Peace, everybody. What's good, man? I'm super excited. We kicking things off with the first in-person edition of Unfiltered Faith, right? We got a special guest here. My man's Leander. He's in town. Really appreciate you for making some time, bro. You know, we've been having some conversations past couple of weeks. I'm like, yo, we got to get one in.
Yeah.
You was like, it's mandatory. We made it happen.
Sure.
We here. We doing it. Once again, Mekhi Hill, the founder of the Better Days Project, also the host of Unfiltered Faith. And this is just a conversation where we're about to dive into mental health, faith, entrepreneurship, a little bit about marketing too, what goes into building a tech startup, right? You feel me?
Yes,
so I'm excited. If you could just start by just introducing yourself, let the people know a little bit about you.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Appreciate you having me first and foremost. My name is Leander Howard II. I'm the co-founder and chief marketing officer of a company called WriteSea. Co-founded back in March of 2022. We're an all-in-one career services suite. So pretty much our platform allows students and job professionals create resumes, cover letters, simulate mock interviews, help negotiate their salary and benefits. They can track their jobs, track their contacts. Personal background, I'm from Atlanta, specifically Stone Mountain, born in Northside Hospital. My birthday is March 23rd. I'm an Aries. I went to Arabia Mountain High School. I also graduated from Georgia State University with 2 degrees, one in marketing, one in finance. And then while I was at Georgia State, I interned at Wells Fargo as a consumer lending intern in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then Arthur Banks Foundation here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Before I graduated, though, started my first company called Spark Your Resume. We help entry-level to C-suite executives land their dream job in 90 days or less. I bootstrapped that company to $500K in like 2.5 years while I was working at Adobe. That was my first job out of college as a financial analyst. First salary was like $85K. I was working there for about 1.5 years. And then co-founded WriteSea March of 2022. We raised $2.5 million pre-seed back in December 2022. We're currently raising a $3 million seed round. Went from 0 to $1 million in 16 months. And now we got like 25 school partners currently. So we got a new product that's been out for like 18 months. And that's where we're at right now.
That's love, bro. The resume is insane.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
The resume is insane, bro.
Appreciate
And I think that entrepreneurship is definitely embodied within you.
For sure.
Right? And I think for me, I love kind of talking about people's upbringing and because I think it paints the picture for where we are today.
Yeah.
So did your parents instill any entrepreneurship principles or values in you growing up? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Now that you say that, I mean, my mom did have a business. It was like a technology business. She helped do like more consulting on the side, but not necessarily full time. You know, she always had a job. My mom is very smart. She went to Clemson, software engineer. My dad is a QA tester. So I grew up with technology. My granddad fixed computers for a living. But nobody was really, I guess my granddad was an entrepreneur, but I actually never thought about being an entrepreneur. Not even gonna lie to you. It was really, I think it was spring 2020, one of my homies, me and him was about to start Spark Your Resume together actually. We actually did start it together. And then I was doing most of the work for 2 months and I was like, yo, it's not gonna work. You're not doing anything to help the business. So I was gonna take it on full time and we can still be cool, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you speaking life into me about entrepreneurship. Because I was going corporate, bro. My goal was to go corporate, go C-suite in corporate, work my way up the chain.
I feel like a lot of us, was on that same path. Yeah. I feel like necessarily because for me, I grew up as an athlete.
For sure.
You're an athlete as well. Yeah. You played football. You know what I'm saying? So, kid, I want us to talk about that too. Talk about that journey from playing football and then going into entrepreneurship because I feel like entrepreneurs and creatives are the new athletes.
No, that's a fact.
Right?
I think, no, you're right. I think sports has a lot to do when it comes to the things that entrepreneurship needs but don't necessarily teach you about, such as dedication, being on time, doing the hard things, being consistent, being disciplined, doing the things that you don't really want to do but have to do to be good. It's really the boring things that make you good. I don't want to do financial models every day.
Talk about that. Lean into that.
Man,
what you mean?
I mean, it looked good online, bro. But the work that goes behind the scenes it's insane, bro. Putting together proposals, creating decks for every single institution, research, analysis, like even with AI these days, bro, like it's something new coming out every single day.
Yeah.
So keeping up with new trends, training your team, and then you gotta really like, I think the hardest thing being an entrepreneur, especially when scaling, and you have a team, not necessarily like a solopreneur, but when you have a team, is getting your team to think the way you really want them to think, to execute on the company's behalf. So, for example, AI's replacing my job, or I got a copywriter.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro.
I got a copywriter on my team. Not saying she does this, but like, man, AI just created this blog in 30 seconds. It took me 2 hours to come up with a blog. Like, and I'm encouraging her to use it. And she's like, is this going to replace me in the next 2-3 months? But I'm like, no, it's going to help us.
It's going to enhance you. Right. It's going to streamline your process.
Faster work.
Exactly.
I'm distributing 2, 3, 4 blogs a week. I can probably write 5-10 blogs a day now. And all she's doing now is editing.
Right.
So it's the transition from writing to editing that you got to really teach, and that's why a lot of entry level jobs are about to be replaced, because the managers are the ones that's editing and reviewing. AI is now the ones creating, and all I'm doing is making sure that it's good enough to be published.
So for the ones that may be fearful about AI, what are you telling them? What advice are you giving them to stay up to date, up to speed? Because I feel like there's a huge disconnect too, because it's not the tech, bro, it's the people, or maybe the lack of literacy and education around it. And that's why people are fearing it. And so I'm glad you brought it up. It's like, it may not replace you, but it's going to enhance your level of work and quality of it.
So how I try to how I put it in today's terms, right, is AI it's going to replace jobs, but it's also going to create new jobs. So somebody
got to manage the AI.
Right.
Somebody got to control it.
That's a fact. But we're building it.
Exactly.
People are building it.
People are building
it.
But I think the problem is the exploitation sometimes that these big major tech hubs, and you see these white billionaires, they're doing it for money, exploitation of people. That's when things can get a little tricky.
My thing is, you better get with the program, you're going to be left behind. But this is how I put it in like layman terms where people really understand it. Before there was www.google. We were reading newspapers, you got yellow pages. There was no digital marketing. Digital marketing has taken over the whole 2000s until even to this day. But in 1980s, there was no internet. There was no digital marketing. So we're probably, I say, when did OpenAI come out? I think it was 2022.
Yes, I was in grad school.
2022 was probably like
OpenAI is only 3 years old.
1998, 1997 back then. When the internet was like, what is this? We're like, when ChatGPT came, like, what is this?
What is this?
What is this? I put in some messages and I get answers. People, I can type stuff and I get results. Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. What changed the game for me, because I think I was using ChatGPT and just AI on a basic level.
Oh, yeah.
When I got the subscription, it changed the game.
And it gets deeper than that, bro. Like we actually use models.
Okay.
So we use OpenAI's models. ChatGPT is just it's more of it's an interface to where like anybody can use it, anybody can interact with AI. But we built our own large language models on OpenAI. So like we use something, it's like, I forgot the terminology, it's something like RAG, I forgot what it meant. But it's where you put like your own data sets on top of OpenAI's large language models to be able to customize your data on how to when you put in prompts, it can speak to your resources, not everybody else's resources that's on the large language model. So it's literally personalized to my business.
Right. Listen, y'all are hearing it firsthand, right? This man is building a tech company now.
For sure.
Has raised millions
millions
of dollars.
Yeah.
Take heed, man. AI is not something to be afraid of. It's something that you need to be utilizing, because it's only going to get more powerful, impactful, smarter. So as people, we have to continue to evolve, stay up to date with the technology, man, and just be in the know and in the now. And I want to come back to something that you mentioned, like the boring life or sometimes. Like let's dive into business a little bit, because I think marketing is a key component of any business.
100%.
Right? And for me, it's like I work in marketing and comms now, and a lot of what I'm noticing, I would put a lot of my money solely into that.
100%.
And Talk to us about some of the behind the scenes things that goes into marketing, because I think a lot of people only see like the public facing things,
Right.
but a lot of people aren't seeing the customer discovery.
Right.
They aren't talking about product market fit, right? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to hear your perspective on
that. So we pivoted a few times in the business so far. So when we first started, we were like a business management solution for resume writers and career coaches. That, I think we made like maybe $180,000 a year, but this is more SaaS. So like this is yearly subscriptions or monthly subscriptions. The customer discovery when it came to that was that we were already our customer. So we had our own resume writing businesses, but we didn't have any system to use to manage our business. And then we got a lot of feedback from other resume writers like, hey, we don't have any systems to manage our business. So I think my biggest thing when it comes to marketing is talking to your ideal customers. But before you can, like, what I mean by ideal customer, right? It's a persona. So for B2B, it's accounts and then personas.
Where's the personas,
B2B,
demographics?
yes. B2B is business to business. So if I'm selling to an institution, for example, or a company, or just say company, organization, company, institution, whatever you want to call it, is a business. I'm not selling my solution most likely to every single person at that company, right? But I know this company needs my solution. So for example, for us, we're selling to college universities, but not everybody at the college is using our solution. We know career services teams are using our solution. So our ICP, our ideal customer profile, is director of career services, career counselors, employee relations specialists. Those are the people that's actually going to be utilizing our platform. Now it's also coming to like budgetary decision makers, right? That we need to figure out. Those can be deans, provosts, VPs of workforce developments, to where those are the people that's actually buying the solution. So on calls, like I might work, it's like you can either do bottom up approach or bottom down approach, right? So whether bottom up is I'll go to the career services team, do a demo with them. If they like it, they might take it to their dean who has the budget to buy for it, but they got to convince him that it's a good product. Versus me going top down, I go from a business standpoint, I'm going to these conferences, meeting deans and presidents and provosts. I pitch them on the business idea of it to where they need to track student outcomes to become accredited for their school, to get funding for their school. So it's a more money conversation.
For sure.
So they understand like, oh yeah, we need this. And then they'll introduce me to career services. That's their boss. So they're going to take the meeting because their boss told them to take the meeting. Yeah. So it's an easier pitch for us to go from top down because we know the person that's buying it signed off or at least likes it enough to introduce us to the people that actually use it. But the thing about going B2B is that you got a lot of decision makers. So if the career services staff doesn't like it, the person that got the money is not buying it. If the person that has the money doesn't like it, then I introduce you to career services. Right. So you got to have those conversations with both parties to make it make sense.
So I think oftentimes as entrepreneurs and just business owners, we wholeheartedly believe we have a great product.
100%.
But then there's the other side of it of, like you said, stakeholders may not thinking that, or people may not believing or understanding your vision. Right. Can you talk about that? Like no's that you may have experienced kind of coming up in your journey, or just that aspect of it too? Because sometimes those no's can be discouraging.
Man, I mean, I believe like the quicker I get to the no's, the quicker I get to my yeses. Right? So the more no's I get, and honestly, it's good feedback. And if you got an ego, it's gonna hurt. But at the end of the day, I told him today.
But you can't really have an ego in business.
No, you can't. I mean, you can.
It's not. You can.
When you get to that point, you can, but it's not good.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like Elon Musk has an ego, Jeff Bezos has an ego, Mark Zuckerberg has an ego. They controlling the world right now.
Yeah, no, you have.
I don't blame them for having an ego. Do I think it's good for them to have an ego? Maybe not. But I understand why they have an ego. I mean, bro, Meta, Llama 3, OpenAI, those are the people that's controlling our entire world right now when it comes to the digital landscape and AI. But in regards to that, like, without customers, you have no business. You have a hobby. And I say that all the time. Like, and I tell people when they first started to try to get their first customer, right? Because without somebody paying you, bro, you literally have a hobby. Like, you're creating graphic design or doing blogs or whatever you're doing. Get that first payment. It's going to change your life forever. And it's like something I created from scratch. Somebody found valuable enough to pay me for. I need to keep doing this. I need to put more fuel under my ass to keep doing this. But when it comes to what you said, product market fit.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do is talk to your customers. Your customers are going to tell you how to build your product. I'm not building a product for me. I'm not paying myself. So at the end of the day, like, yeah, I can have this idea. I might understand my business or my industry to where I'm building a product. I've been in career services for the past 8 years. I know what people need to get a job, yes, but I might not know what students need because I'm 5 years removed. I don't know what career services staff need at institutions because I was never a career counselor at an institution. So I'm talking to them and they're helping me literally build my product. I go on demos today, they're like, man, y'all really thought through this. And I'm like, no, we just talked to our customers and they told us what to build.
And refined it.
Exactly. Because our product was not, bro, when we first started, nothing what we actually thought they needed, we built. Like, we didn't have an admin side. We didn't have an admin dashboard. We didn't have any of that. We talked to customers. They're like, oh, yeah, y'all don't have this. Y'all need to go build this. Great. Take it to the product team. Now it's on the roadmap. And we just keep building like that. We got a feedback loop. We do we probably do at least 10 to 20 demos a week.
Crazy. So how long have you been full-time entrepreneur now?
5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah.
So
since 2020. COVID entrepreneur.
Okay.
Still in the game though.
You're still in the game. Still here. Still striving. But you started your career working in tech.
Yeah, at Adobe. Yeah.
Right.
Financial analyst.
Can you talk to us about, like, when did you know that was that pivotal moment? Like, yo, like, I'm ready to go all in entrepreneurship. Maybe what did you take from those, that working for a tech company as well?
Bro, phenomenal question actually. So I'll talk about how I got the job a little bit and then go into like what I learned from the job and then how I pivoted out. So that's why your network is important. So I had a mentor that worked at Adobe. I just hit him up randomly. I'm like, yo, I'm applying to full-time jobs. I had an offer from AT&T and Wells Fargo, but I was like, let me not be complacent and keep applying. So I got an interview. Literally, he called the recruiter. I didn't even apply. Like, he forwarded her my resume via email. I got an interview next day. And then she sent me a technical assessment to do over the weekend. I'm like, damn, I was about to go out this weekend. So I canceled my plans. I'll do the technical assessment. I turned it in, then I had an interview with the hiring manager. Hiring manager liked my presentation. They flew me out to the Bay Area, San Jose. On-site interview. I had 4 interviews within 4 hours, back to back. It was intense. But I was the only guy that brought collateral. So I worked at Wells Fargo. I did this.
You had something to show.
I had something to show, right? It's just show not tell world. I tell people that all the time. So I brought my project that I did at my internship to the interview. After I got the job on the spot at Adobe. I walked out of there. She's like, yeah, you got the offer. It's gonna be an email. I'm like, bet. So now I leave. I'm excited. I'm like, bet. I got the offer. It was $80K. Coming out with bonuses and stuff bonuses, stock options. I think it was $115ish. And that's another thing, man. If you working at a tech company, I put 50% of my check into Adobe stock because we got discounts. And I cashed out by 30 bands
free game
a year ago. Yeah,
free game.
If you hold it for a year, it's no what is it called? Capital gains tax.
Okay.
Yeah. So I held it for over a year, cashed out 30 bands because Adobe had was $500 per share. And that kind of helped me get my house and stuff, so it was lit. And then when I got to Adobe, I was a financial analyst. It was a rotational program, so after the year, I was going to switch into a new role. They got finance controllers, financial analysts, different type of finance roles. It was probably a cohort of maybe 10 of us that got the job. But it was real cool, man. I got the opportunity to meet the CFO, John Murphy. I'm always working top down. I emailed his executive assistant, got on a call with him. Then I asked him anything about what it takes to be a CFO. I went in there, asked him about what does he like to do. Personal. When I tell you, he was like, yo, make sure we meet every 90 days. He told me that. I was like, bet. Got him on cell phone basis and everything. But anyway, did the job at Adobe for about a year. But what made me pivot, and when I learned at Adobe is how to run $1 billion company. So I'm looking at all their internal documents, what systems they're using, HR, payroll. I still got the apps on my phone to this day, an Adobe.
Pull it out.
I think I still have it for where is it at? Adobe Tools. Dang, did I? Yep, Adobe.
Legit.
All the apps I use at Adobe are right here. So anything my team needs, I know what systems they use to run $1 billion company, and I just saved it. Internal resources, the whole nine. I just took notes. like how they manage teams, how they run companies, what reports they put out every 90 days, how the CEO talks to his team, how my managers manage me, like
they giving you the tools.
They give me the tools and resources. I'm just taking all their game and
like
storing it,
putting it into your own stuff,
in my own Google Drive. Yeah, that's really what I learned from running a $1 billion company, man. For real, is like how to manage a team, how to set up systems. Because really, running a business is like people, systems, and processes. So you got the people to build the systems, or people to build the processes and systems to like really make things run. And then why I left was because I made my salary in my business. So I was running Spark Your Resume.
So this was Spark Your Resume.
Yeah. So I was running Spark Your Resume and doing my financial analyst job at the same time. So I'm working full time. Financial analyst, like 8 to 6. And Spark Your Resume from like 6 to 12. Like it was like 14-hour days.
So when you made your salary from the job, from your company that you're making at your job, what shifted though? Like, cause it's probably like a light bulb went off.
I was like, yo, if I just double down on this, I could probably make. So I made 85,000 my first year, and I was doing it part time. So I'm like, if I double down on this, and then next year I think I did like 160 or like 170, and the year after that we did like 250.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So it went Spark Your Resume, then it went Spark Your Success, right?
So Spark Your Success was my podcast. So I was doing I haven't done it in a while, but it's where I talked about like marketing, entrepreneurship, career advice. But I did like business consulting on the side and stuff like that. But so
WriteSea now there's some similarity for Spark Your Resume.
Yes.
I want you to like talk us through like, okay, I started Spark Your Resume. You started Spark Your Resume by yourself.
Yeah, I did.
When was it like, yo, let me go ahead and join
That's
forces with someone else?
Yeah, so my co-founder, Brandon Mitchell, we were competitors at first. So he had his own resume writing company called Brand Resumes. I had Spark Your Resume. I heard him on Earn Your Leisure. So big podcast. Yeah. He was on Earn Your Leisure, I think episode 50 something. I forgot the exact number. But Brandon Mitchell, check him out. Phenomenal guy, smart as hell. So I hit him up on Instagram. I'm like, yo, I'm starting a business, resume writing business. I just listened to the episode. It was dope. Like, you got any advice for me type stuff. And I respected him because he gave me the whole game on how to start my business.
Some people gatekeep that.
Exactly. He gave me the whole game. But I'm the type of guy to execute. And there's a lot of people I give a lot of game to, but they never execute. So I'm like, man, he gave me the whole game. I'm looking up like how to get leads and all this other stuff he gave me. And I'm running with it. First, I forgot my first month. I probably made like 1,500 or something like that. I don't know. But that's another thing. When you start, man, charge low, get customers, get testimonials, and then you can raise your prices, right? So I think I charged like $25 for a resume when I first started. And then I got to the point where I was charging like $500 for one resume at one point. It was crazy. And the highest package I ever sold was like $8,000 to help people like find like executives do their whole job search for them. It was called reverse recruiting. And I read this book called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy. And the one thing I remember from the book, he was like, you're in business to make a lot of money, not have a lot of customers. So charge more. And that just stuck with me. I never went back. I was like, I'm about to charge folks $7,500 because it'll take me, I think it's like 15 customers, and I'm charging $500. 15 customers instead of like, it's a 1 to 15 ratio. One person paid me $7,500 or 15 people paid me $500 to make $7,500.
Crazy.
And it takes the same amount of effort to sell a $500 package than it does to sell a $7,500 package.
Legit.
I promise you, there's no difference.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think in business collaboration is so important. So it's powerful to see you join forces with somebody that was once a competitor. Yeah. And to see what y'all are doing now, because I think, it's so much powerful when we come together. We can go a lot farther. Yeah. And look at the impact.
No, you're right. And I forgot to speak on that part. So why I joined, right, is because Brandon's like product, sales. He had a CTO, which is engineering, so he got a guy that's coding the product. And I was marketing and like business development. So our team, we had everything. We like the big three in tech right now. Like, you got marketing, you got sales, you got product, and you got engineering. That's all you need to really start for real. You got somebody sell, you got somebody putting it out there and getting people interested. I got somebody that can take demos, and I got somebody building the product.
That's it.
I can sell like that. Yeah.
And y'all been running ever since.
Run ever since.
Damn. Talk to us a little bit about. So those are some high moments, right?
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship also has low moments.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Man, shoot. We got a lot of low moments. I've lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money. Man, what's a real low? I think, one, losing like employees, people quitting on you like without telling you. You gotta deal with that. Lawsuits, like it's no joke. Trademarks not being filed on time, like trusting people to do certain things in the business. Like we had people stealing from us at one point.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it was crazy, but it was our fault because we didn't have a grip on our business at one point. Like we had too many employees and we were doing too much at one point where it was just like a lot of things moving. People half doing their jobs. They work 9 to 5, work 9 to 12, and get out of there. Probably got another job on the side. Like people job stacking. Like it happens, bro. It really does happen, and it's real. I don't put it past anybody, but I think it starts at the top, right? So we had to look internally, like, all right, we didn't set up the right processes and systems to really onboard people the right way, get them to buy into our vision, understand chain of command, right? And really being strict about our policies and procedures. Like, we do certain things, you got to go, right? So I think, having an employee handbook, and then also like keep selling the vision to your team. I think as founders, you're always recruiting, you're always selling, you're always building, and you're always raising.
I like that. Despite all of those things that you kind of talked about, right, with people stealing from the company, employees leaving, I feel like as entrepreneurs, you go through so many emotions. Like you will experience every single emotion
in one day.
You feel me? And I think we deal with cloudedness, doubt at times.
Yeah.
But what keeps Leander grounded?
Man, God, family, faith. Like, I feel like, and my co-founders, we be saying this to us. We like, man, I feel like we're the chosen ones.
For sure.
Because if we look around, like, there's no black company doing what we're doing, bro. Like, real talk. And we've had companies that got money from our same investors at the same time as us that are not existing anymore, bro. Like we've been around for a couple years now, and it's only going to continue to go up. Businesses don't exist, and these are my homies. Like, we in meetings every month, checking in on each other. And I mean, they probably doing better things now. And that's another thing too. Like, just because one business failed, I mean, you can't start again. And I think that's another thing. Entrepreneurs like, oh, my first business didn't go well, I'm done. Nah, man, business, it's a sport, it's a game, and that's how the white folks play it for real. It's a game, bro. They build products every day.
Yeah, talk about it, bro. Be honest about it.
It don't work. I'm on to the next product. Like I know people that built 30 companies. 30.
Some people would just give up and quit after the one.
And they hit on the 30th company. And that's what I'm saying. Crazy. Like, I'm talking building products every single day, putting it out to the market. It might be a small business. I've seen people build 100K businesses and sell them for 200, 300K. Like, it's so many different types of businesses and how acquisitions get done. It could be a small acquisition, medium, big, large. And if you want to actually see how this stuff works, it's a company called acquire.com, like that actually you can sell your business on that platform. Funny fact, we bought a company from that platform. Our product today was an acquisition in October of 2023. We bought it from 2 guys in Nigeria and just built on top of it. It was an acqui-hire. The dude that built it is now our product manager. We didn't build that from scratch. We bought it for $26,000 and then brought it over to a new market. They were selling in Africa.
Right. We
sell in the U.S. We made our money back in 2 months. Our first contract was $40,000 from Tulsa Community College. we made our money back in 2 months, bro. Real time.
Nah, that's crazy.
And now, man, I think we'll probably make like 1.2 in like SaaS revenue this year. And then hopefully I'm trying to double it every single year from then on. We can sell probably 2027.
Man, bro.
2028.
You are just trailblazing.
Yes.
You trailblazing. I remember the first time like me and you connected. This was years ago.
Years ago.
This was years ago. I got like a scholarship to be like a Afrotech scholar, bro.
Yeah.
And
I remember
this was a virtual one.
I remember that.
So to kind of see the progression starting out, like, and to see where you at now is powerful. And I think sometimes people in our community, specifically Black and Browns, can be victims to limited exposure.
No, 100%.
And the work that you guys are doing and just what you're being able to be exposed to is a totally different world.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of people that don't even know about building a tech startup and the opportunities that are out there. What's VC? What's private equity? People don't know that.
I was just about to go there. Like, by us raising money, it's a secret society. Like, we just met the founder like last year. So shout out to our investors, Collab Capital. They just raised like a $75 million fund. That's their fund 2. So fund 2 is they raised from like LPs with limited partners, pretty much rich folks that got money sitting on cash. They pour money into VCs. VCs are venture capital firms that go out and invest in startups to eventually return money to their LPs and make money themselves at the end of the day. Right now, they have 42 companies that they invested in from Fund 1 and Fund 2. And Fund 2, they raised $50 million, Fund 1, $75 million, Fund 2. But we just had a retreat like a couple days ago. But the retreat last year, we met the founder of Calendly, Tope, $3 billion. And I'm talking about, I'm 10 feet away from him. Our talk, it was insane. And then the year before that, we met the founder of Loom, which is like the screen recording app, Joe. I could pay $1 million for the presentation he gave us. I was here, jaws dropped. Like, it was insane, bro. Not a game, it was... I'm just shocked, like how smart and articulate he was, and they sold their company to Atlassian for I think $950 million, 3 months after we met him.
Crazy.
He was probably already in acquisition talks when he came to present to us, but of course that's like can't be disclosed or anything like that, so we didn't know. But 3 months after he gave us that presentation, he sold his company for $950 million, and all of his co-founders walked away with $100 million each. I haven't seen him post not one post on LinkedIn since. I checked
they out the country on an island, private. Like,
bro, I checked his LinkedIn the other day. Joe was not posted the past 6 months. Not one post, not comment, nothing. I said, that's exactly how I'm trying to be, bro. I swear. Once I get this exit, if you don't got my cell phone number,
it's over with.
I'm about it. Instagram gone, Twitter gone. Everything's gone, bro. Like, I'm in it to win, and like, bro, I'm trying to build generational wealth, bro. Like, it's a game, bro. At the end of the day, like, we trying to win, and after you make it, bro, just get off the grid.
Let's talk about that generational wealth aspect of it, right? I'm curious to know, how has fatherhood been treating you a little bit?
It's been great, man. It most definitely made me grow up quick. Love my son, man. He's 5 now, and he's most definitely changed me to be a better man. Way more responsibility, of course. But yeah, fatherhood is great, man. Just seeing your seed run around is kind of crazy.
What would you say is like the legacy, or what do you want your son to take away from the legacy that you're building right now?
Really, man, anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. Don't let other people's limitations dictate your success, because a lot of people will tell you like you can't do stuff, but it's really their fear of them being able to do it. So I don't really listen to a lot of people, to be honest with you. I hear them, but I'm not really like comprehending them in a sense. Let it go in one ear and out the other. And then I also say, like, be the person you want to network with, right? So a lot of people look for handouts, to where if I reach out to somebody on LinkedIn, they're looking at my following and what I've done, they're more inclined to take my meeting because I am somebody of substance. So I try to, like, tell people, like, become the person that you want to be a part, like the network you want to be a part of, because it's just easier, man. Like, you got something to talk about, you're doing, cool things, you'll build that network organically. Like, people want to know you at that point. Oh, you raised this money, you doing this, you in this industry. Like, just did an article with GSU last week that just dropped. They hit me, but I didn't reach out to them about that. They're like, yo, we see what you're doing in the past 5 years. We want to write an article about you. Had a lady reach out to me on LinkedIn the other day. You want to do a podcast? Let's set it up.
Let's set it up. And you see where we at right now.
Facts. We got another podcast coming up in August in Dallas on Textual. So big tech podcast. So like, people are watching, man. That's enough. People are watching. Even if they don't like, they watch it.
People are watching.
The views are most definitely a lot more than your likes for a reason. So,
why do you think that is? I'm not gonna lie. I really dislike that, bro.
I do too.
Yes, weird.
But bro, that's just people. You can't control people. I'm only gonna control what I can control. You feel me? But I know they watch it, so I'm gonna keep putting it out there.
You got to put it in their face.
Put it in their face.
Put it in their face. Oh man, that's beautiful, bro. I think the blessing about living in the digital era is, when you're not here, your son can go back and literally watch your entire journey.
Phenomenal, actually. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, man, he can listen to my podcast, watch my interviews, just look up his dad online. It's going
right. It's right there.
It's crazy. That's a good thing and a bad thing too, right?
We looking at the good.
If you're not doing the right things, then
For sure.
it's gonna be out there. But if you're doing the right things, man, you being a positive light in society, it's a good feeling.
Man, blessings, bro. So with my nonprofit, we just kicked off like our workforce development programming. And I think oftentimes a lot of young people, entrepreneurs, those aspiring to be creatives, or just young professionals in school, a lot of them deal with mental health struggles because sometimes, one, if you're a college graduate, the job market is crazy. You can't find a job.
Yeah, it's tough. It's real tough.
Or if you're an entrepreneur, creative, you may not have the confidence, the resources to really embark on your journey. And I want to talk about WriteSea's sole mission and purpose for helping young talent and developing and investing into them.
Yeah, most definitely. So our whole goal, we really thought, so back to like Spark Your Resume and how WriteSea came together. So think of WriteSea as like a more automated, personalized Spark Your Resume. So it's more scalable. So Spark Your Resume was all manual. WriteSea is technology based. So we built WriteSea to create personalized career management at scale. So everything is based on your career goals, the jobs you're looking for, your background, your experience. So if you go into the platform, you'll find any jobs. You can find jobs on our platform, one, but you can also find jobs on external job sites and input them into our platform. If you're interviewing for that role, you can pick on like what stage interview you're in, whether it's intro call, behavioral, technical, situational, or cultural fit. You can choose like different difficulty levels, personas. You want to interview with the hiring manager, product manager, or co-founder. And we personalize that experience based on your resume and the job that you're applying to. So I necessarily couldn't do that when I was at Spark Your Resume. We didn't have AI, one. Two, it's only so many clients I can take unless I have to hire somebody else, right, to fulfill those orders. But now we have OpenAI, Llama 3, we got a whole engineering team.
Right? Yeah.
It's way more scalable, way more powerful. But when we thought about building the product, it was like everybody's career looks different. Everybody is different. So let's create something that's unique to everybody's individual career goals and professional background.
Love that. So for us to close out, what advice would you give to those entrepreneurs, creatives, just young professionals, kind of navigating their journey, maybe in limbo, confused a little bit, not confident in their abilities? Yeah,
man. I think I live by this quote. I heard this from Myron Golden, man. I don't know if you know about him, but he's a phenomenal guy. Like, very faith-based entrepreneur. It was do more, be more, have more. And I think a lot of people think they're doing a lot until they talk to somebody that is really doing a lot.
Yeah.
And I have people in my network that are doing a lot. And it's like, I'm not doing enough. I think I'm doing a lot. But I talk to people and it's like, oh, shit, like, I'm really not doing nothing for real. Like, you got folks waking up at 5 a.m., cold plunging, got 5 kids, running $1 million business, side hustle, cooking, creating content. We all got the same 24 hours. So really just making excuses, and you need to prioritize what's really important. Because there's people out here doing it. You're watching their content, but not creating your own. You feel what I'm saying? You're reading their blogs, but you're not creating your own. You're reading their posts, but you're not creating their own.
Talk to them.
So, like, do more, be more, have more, bro. Like, real talk, do more stuff. When you do more, you'll become more. You become more, you'll have more. I think I'm a very candid and straightforward person. Like, I just feel like people are not doing enough. And it's up to you. Like, you write your own story. The world is your oyster. There's really no excuse. You got YouTube University. You got AI now, bro. Like, I can go to OpenAI and build a whole business plan in 30 seconds.
I just showed him.
Like, it's
AI just
crazy,
built us an app, bro.
Lovable?
Yes.
I already know what app you go. That's what I'm saying. But you'll be surprised how many people don't even know what Lovable is.
I know.
You'll be surprised how many people don't even have ChatGPT downloaded on their phone. Or never used it. I bet money. Go in Atlanta one day.
I have experience in people like, I don't want to use this. It's going to take away from my creativity. I'm like, what?
Bro, just walk around the street like, you know what ChatGPT is? They're like, what? What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
But you feel like you're behind because you're in the ecosystem where people know about it. So I'm on LinkedIn, folks posting, y'all just created 43 AI agents. I'm like, shit. Like 43, dog? Like, that's crazy. Let me get access to that.
For sure.
And I'm reading their whole playbook. It'll be a 100-page playbook. Download it, put it in the OpenAI. I'm not reading the whole 100 pages until I have to.
Right.
I might go watch a YouTube video that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes to understand it. Then I find a 5-hour course. If it's something I really need to do, I'm doing a research 5-hour course. I spend 5 hours. You spend 2.5 hours watching a movie. You spend 2.5 hours watching that course. It's really about what you put your mind to.
Man, this was powerful, bro. I really appreciate you for showing up, sharing
bro.
space with me.
You,
this was love, man, for the first ever in-person Unfiltered Faith. We kicked it off, man. So make sure you guys subscribe, comment, like, and let them know where they can find you at, bro.
Yeah, so on all socials, it's Leander Howard II, so 2 I's. That's LinkedIn, Instagram, I think Twitter, TikTok. TikTok, I think it's just Leander Howard, but just type in Leander Howard, you'll find me. It's Leander and Howard, the second.
Hey, and y'all have it. We out.
Sir.
Peace.
Peace.